turn now to Millie and Cammy, reminding ourselves of how they reached this point in their journey together. Well, Millie and Cammy first met when Millie was 13 and Cammy was 14. They were at high schools next to each other. They'd see each other on the way to and from Tesco for their lunch. Romantic. They got to know each other, but you know, typical teenagers, nothing really came of it. And that early relationship, well, that just fizzled out. Then, completely out of the blue, Millie received a text from Cammy. Now, when I say completely out of the blue, it was 2018. It was 3 years since they'd seen it or heard from each other. Cammy asked Millie to go on a date with him and gave her 5 different places to choose from. Millie chose Edinburgh, and Millie's mum made Cammy come into the house when he came to pick her up. She insisted that they park in Castle Park Terrace car park because that was free on a Sunday. Well, anyway, their date did go well, but on leaving the car park, Cammy discovered they had to pay for parking after all. It really wasn't free. And then, he'd only recently passed his test, then he bumped his car. And it ended up looking like an in-betweener's car. But they've hardly been apart since then though. In September 2020, at just 19 years old, they bought their first home. COVID actually helped them save. They still don't know quite how they managed it, but they did. Then in December 2020, they decided they'd get a dog. That sounded better than all the lockdown you know that they'd been playing.
I'm good, I'm good. Good.
Oh, thank fuck we've got a hanky. Jesus Christ, we need a drink. We put a bit of alcohol on the way.
Yes.
A lot of drink.
Yes.
Donut. Oh,
We're good.
what do you like?
We're good.
Nice haircut.
I like it.
Yeah, touched them well.
We're good,
Wow.
we're good. You look stunning.
Thank you. Oh. Ready for that.
Life's been a blast since Luna joined the family. She goes everywhere with Millie and Cammy. They're obsessed with her routine. And, as you know, she sings. She's definitely their life at the moment. They don't keep secrets, so everybody knew that they were going to get engaged. Cammy said Millie should choose the ring that she really wanted. Then on New Year's Day 2023, Cammy got up in the morning and he put a neckerchief, just like that one, around Luna's neck that said, "Mummy, will you marry Daddy?" He got down on one knee, the works. And he'd got Millie a card saying congratulations too. You know how much Millie likes a good card? The rest of that day was spent with family round at Granny's for a steak pie dinner. Well, everybody, that's me, I've had my sneaky peek. That's all I was doing, it's just the perk of my job. So, we're absolutely ready. And so, if you are able, will you please stand?
Anyone getting the time? Didn't think the stairs were that long.
These are the hands of your best friend. They're strong and they're full of love for you. And they're holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future together. These are the hands that love and will love and cherish you through the years. These are the hands that will continue to hold you in times of fear or grief, and with the slightest touch, they'll comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that, even when they're wrinkled and they're aged, they're still going to be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. And so, holding on to the ribbons that I gave to you, will you step back from one another and pull and form the knot that binds you? Ah, look at that! Now, everyone, just before Millie and Cammy make their vows of commitment and those legal affirmations to one another as they exchange rings, they do have a little something else. Because you see, I asked each of them what they loved most about the other. They sent these to me separately, and neither knows what the other one has said.
Melly told me she wrote novels though, so I feel a wee bit, mine's is a wee bit less than that.
Don't worry, we'll call it quality over quantity.
I'm happy to go with that.
Millie, Cammy says, I love Millie's positivity and how she's always so willing to see the best in people, no matter what. Although this can be nippy when I'm trying to moan about people, I'd like to think she'd make me feel less negative.
I think I used the word bitch, but she did so.
I just skipped that word.
I'll let you know what I really said.
He says, I love how selfless Millie is. She always puts everyone before herself, and she'd do anything for anyone, regardless of the impact that it has on her. And he says, I love how kind and gentle Millie is. She's always willing to lend a listening ear. She never judges, and she always tries to give advice to help people out, even if she can't follow her own advice half the time. Now, Cammy, what did Millie say? She said, she loves your strength and your resilience. She says, I'm in awe every single day of how, despite all the hurdles life's thrown your way, when most would crumble, you continue to love openly. You smile, laugh, and choose to never let your past define your future. You're so loyal. You're always protecting others. For you, that's natural. But she says, I promise I'll always protect you and be your biggest cheerleader. I'll remind you every day how proud I am of you. And then she says that she loves your soft side, the side of you that's only for Millie and Luna, of course. The side of you that makes her feel so incredibly safe. The soft side of you that loves and understands Millie completely. The part of you that just knows what to say and what to do. No worry too silly and no thought too strong. You just get her in a way that no one else has or ever will. Silly faces, bedtime chats, pinky promises, rock, paper, scissors, and eating in silence.
We've got to take to bring that up.
All things no one will ever understand, but they're perfect to me, she says. You're her home.
Did you send the score?
No, they started the score. No, the score is rock, paper, scissors before you go. It's up to the thousands.
And she says she likes your humour, the dark humour. You say what everyone else is thinking, things that no one else would say out loud, yet you say them anyway. Every room you walk into, you make people laugh. You're so quick, the quickest person she knows. She says, thank you for being patient with me while explaining your jokes to the point that they're no longer funny. But I'll still laugh anyway. And when you know you've said something funny, you shake my hand and say, thanks for coming. You make me laugh even on the darkest days, and I promise that we'll laugh every day for the rest of our lives.
Just for coming.
Thanks for turning up.
And she says that she sneaked in just a wee extra one. Just a last tiny little extra one, she says. She says she loves your love for karaoke and a good sing-along. You bust the moves to go along with every song. And she says, I promise whenever an opportunity arises to do karaoke, I'll always be by your side doing it with you. The moves, the high notes, the lot.
Tell Fife Council that. They wouldn't let me take the karaoke machine.
I knew he was thinking of something. I could see his brain working.
Well, now it really is time for those vows and those legal declarations. Cammy, could you take the ring that you've chosen for Millie? Thank you.
It's the
Chose
hand with
yourself.
no rings.
Got you at the left.
I moved them all.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So will you take that hand in yours? And I'm going to ask you now, Cammy, will you love and look after Millie? Will you try to bring her happiness and joy throughout your lives, whatever the future might hold?
I do.
Then will you repeat after me? I ask everyone here to witness.
I ask everyone here to witness.
That I, Cameron Murray Grant.
That I, Cameron Murray Grant.
Accept you, Emily Ann Jameson.
Accept you, Emily Ann Jameson.
In marriage.
In marriage.
As my wife.
As my wife.
Will you place the ring on her finger as a reminder of the promises she made?
That doesn't
to
fit.
you? Bend your
Shove
finger
it.
for him. That's on for keeps
That's
now,
hammered on.
absolutely. Now, would you like to take the ring you've chosen for Cammy? And would you take his hand in yours? Now I'm going to ask you the same thing. Millie, will you love and look after Cammy? Will you try to bring him happiness and joy throughout your lives, whatever the future might hold?
I do.
Then please repeat after me. I ask everyone here to witness
I ask everyone here to witness
that I, Emily Ann Jameson,
that I, Emily Ann Jameson,
accept you, Cameron Murray Grant,
accept you, Cameron Murray Grant,
in marriage
in marriage
as my husband.
as my husband.
Will you place the ring on his finger as a
That
reminder
definitely
of your
doesn't
promises? That's her way of making sure it stays on.
I couldn't get it off the other day.
That's
We're done.
You know, wedding rings are made precious by our wearing them. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you've chosen to be bound together. Let these rings also be a sign that love has substance. It has a present as well as a past, and despite its occasional sorrows, love is a circle of wonder, of happiness, and of delight. I hope these rings will always remind you of the vows that you've taken here today. Cammy and Millie, you've chosen to marry, and you've pledged your love, your respect, and your commitment for each other. You promise to stand by each other through whatever your lives together might bring. And following those declarations made before me, and in the presence of all of these witnesses, it's now my happy duty, Cammy and Millie, to pronounce you husband and wife. Will you share a kiss? Hey. It's with the greatest of pleasure to present to you our happy couple, Cammy and Millie, Mr. and Mrs. Grant.
And I thought to myself that would be just fine. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. There's a dream that I had just the other night. It was you and me in this wonderful light, dancing away in the pale moonlight. And it felt just right. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. And I know. Oh, it feels just right. What a wonderful life. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. When you know, you know, you know, you know, you know. That's the feeling I get looking in your eyes. Can we stay inside a little while longer? I'm not ready to face the rain.
As Millie knows, speeches and me just don't go. Okay, so this will be very short and very probably sweet Right, so Millie, honestly, you're absolutely stunning, right? And Cammy, you're not too bad. But you're all right, you'll do, you're passable. So what can we say? Millie, from the get-go, 12 minutes into this world. All right? So your entrance into this world was 12 minutes. All right? It's been a whirlwind, and it has been. From your early years of fits and sleepless nights, it was scary times. But when your sleepless nights, we did burn through a few Dyson Hoovers. Because she would only go to sleep with the Dyson Hoover on. Trust me. And that was about 3 years, so it was very costly.
Had to be Dyson. Had to be Dyson.
Had to be Dyson. Had to be Dyson. Had to be Dyson. Exactly, yeah. But as a child, she was great. But she did have a sort of, how would you call it, as an act that she could do, right, when she vomited. She could cover a 5-foot radius. Quite easily.
Covered the whole cash guide.
Quite easily. And as you say, Sam, she carried that on to her teenage years when she found alcohol. So, good luck, Cammy. Your laugh is just unbelievable. And it's been an honour to be here. Right, shut this. All right, it has been. But Millie, you've got a heart to go, and you have. And I'm just stopping myself. That's why I'm looking at you. Okay. But you have, and you always put other people first, way before yourself. And you are incredible. Cara, you'll get this as well, so just take notes. I'm keeping the speech. Maybe minus the shot put. But listen, you are amazing. You work hard. I mean, you hold down a full-time job, plus you have your own business. And what more could I be proud of? That. Love you. Right, now, I would like to take the opportunity to formally welcome Cammy into the family. And listen, you have not had it easy, but you have got there. From living in a shed, to buying a house, and then adding Luna to the family as well. And together, you will be amazing. You will be. So we are totally proud of you, and Cammy, proud of you as well. And I'm...
It was a summer,
A glorified shed.
It was a glorified shed.
Cammy, it was a shed. A big shed, I'll grant you that, but it was a shed. But Cammy, honestly, I'm proud of you as well, pal. I am. And everything you've achieved in life, I'm proud of you. So at this moment, as you say, thank Christ it's over. I would like to raise our glasses to the newly Mr. and Mrs. Grant, Millie and Cammy. Cheers. 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 Right, so now, Cara, you need to go something to beat that, by the way. Right, now I'd like to, mother-daughter, Cara, would like to say a few words.
Oh God, right, okay. I wrote this speech to when I found out her and Cammy were engaged, because I didn't want to have to write it a week before, because I knew I would do it awfully. So it's been in the works for about 2 years. Okay, I'm just going off. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so okay. Normally these people start these speeches with "if you don't know me." However, I'm unsure how you got the invite if you don't. I feel bad for the people in this room as they weren't born in July 2008 and came home to a built-in best friend waiting for them at home. The relationship me and my sister have is incomparable to any other relationship I've ever made. Hi, I'm Cara, the best woman. Not a maid. Millie's room is a mess. I never want that honour. And also Millie's little sister, for those people who couldn't tell, are you actually blind? My sister has been my best friend for most of my life, except the times, obviously, when we would argue. I can't really relate to anyone who's my age, but my sister has always been someone that I've been able to see myself in. Writing this speech and trying to explain my love to my sister in words is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. When I look back on the relationship with my sister, I've never really been able to live without her. Not like I ever had the choice either. I was always the annoying little sister, but Millie was the only one that never showed that. I always knew my sister would be getting married first for how much she loves and cares. Yeah, I never thought someone would be deserving of my sister's love until I met Cammy. Cammy, the way you look at my sister has made me... Oh my God. Has made me believe that I don't always have to be the one who's looking out for her anymore. It really hurts to know that after today, me and my sister growing up together is almost done. I mean, after they won't even share the same last name. Traitor. The best thing Millie has ever done for me is not only give me a brother-in-law, but also another best friend. Having Cammy in this family is a blessing in disguise. Having someone I can whisper jokes to at the table, and also someone who is able to make me laugh no matter what I'm feeling. I know Cammy will always have my back no matter what. I finally believe that someone deserves my sister's love, and I've never seen someone make her so happy, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. My sister's always made me feel like I'm worth something, and I really hope one day I can live up to her. Millie, you've always been home to me no matter what. I can't even look at you. No matter what, I know you'll always stand beside me. Millie, I hope you know you can run to me whenever the world feels a bit heavy, or whenever you need a shoulder to cry on, like I am right now. In this speech, I've said everything I wanted to say to my sister over 17, that was 16, like 2 weeks ago, guys. Over 17 years of being her best friends. However, I've never been able to put into words how much I love her. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to you both for making this world a tiny bit easier and being my role models and best friends, the Jameson sisters out.
Don't worry, that's getting mentioned. Hi everybody. Since Cammy was too much of a shite bag to pick one of us as his best man, they picked the most retarded of us all to stand up here and talk. So I'm sorry in advance for whatever comes out my mouth and how much I stumble. So to any of you that don't know me, I'm Reedy. My name's Connor, but nobody calls me Connor, nobody likes that. I'd like to start off by saying a massive congratulations to two of my favourite humans in the world for cementing their love for one each other. Good luck, Cammy, mate. I'd like to take those of you, by the way, sorry, there's a couple of jokes in here that if you're not in our pal group, you're not going to get it. If you want an explanation, you can ask they two afterwards, but fucking good luck getting a solid answer. I'd like to take those who know back a couple of years to the glorious establishment that we all knew as Maver's Gaff, where I have the privilege of meeting the lovely couple over here. Having shared a common fondness with Cammy at the time, we knew we were destined to be best friends. Over the years, we've made some great memories, as well as maturing into as what most of you would refer to as man-children. Saying this though, nobody would have Cammy any other way. I know this is meant to be a speech more suited to Cammy, but you never get Cammy without getting Millie. They're a given together. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to you both from all of our pal group for everything that you've done for us over the year, and everything I know you will continue to do. On a more serious note for a second, I'd like to give a massive thank you to Millie and the big part she plays in Cammy's life. Not too sure if Cammy will agree, but she really does bring out that little bit extra good in him that we get to see and we maybe wouldn't before. You really do make the guy happy, and I will forever be grateful. Keep being you, Millie, and nobody will replace you for the world. Having already said bits and bobs about Cammy, and you can tell who he is for his personality, I'd just like to reiterate how much he means to the rest of us here. What you bring to the friend group could never be replaced. You're of one of a kind, and I hope you and Jamie, you big poofy bastard, have a fucking lovely marriage together. Anyways, you have suffered enough of me talking. I'd like to wish the couple a lifetime of happiness and love, and hurry the fuck up with the bairn, because Ellie needs a pal. A toast to Mr. and Mrs. Grant. Cheers, mate, thank you.
Do you want a T-bird jacket for the funny one?
Cheers for the bride and groom!
I'm not ready to face the rain. Life's just one storm after another.
As we ask the bride and groom to take the dance floor for the first dance together. As a married couple.
Your soul's a haven for mine. When you held me safe in between every storm, and you listened, the space in your skin kept me warm. This love grows then goes, saying don't make a sound. Now I've seen the eye of the hurricane, and it was deep brown. Yeah, yeah. The wind keeps blowing us back to the real world. No, and darling, we're running on borrowed time. And I hear my heartbeat in such a loud silence. And though you're not mine, oh, I wish you were. I remember when you held me safe in between every storm, yeah. And you listened, the space in your skin kept me warm. This love grows then goes, saying don't make a sound. No, I've seen the eye of the hurricane, and it was deep brown. And when I meet God, I will ask him 2 questions. Why the rain and why not her? And if I ever see her again, I will tell her, yeah, that it always meant something. It could never mean nothing to me when you held me safe in between every storm.